All right. Hello, everyone. Rachel Jensen here, broker owner of Luna Realty Belize here on Ambergris Caye. I want to thank everybody for joining us live for this Aruna update here in September 2023. I know a lot of you are probably going to be listening to this afterwards on YouTube. If you ever want to join us for a live session, feel free to just contact me, info@lunarealtybelize.com, and we'll be able to send you the registration link beforehand. I love when we have a live audience for sessions like this, because then you're able to engage, ask questions, have a little bit more of that intimate, I'd say, conversation versus if you're just listening to it on YouTube there. But with that being said, I'm going to jump in. There's a lot to cover here in this last month, and I'm really excited about this session because if you've been following along, I know I see some owners here. I've been talking about some projects and some things that were in the works that are finally underway. So with that, we are going to jump right in. If you are new to Aruna, Aruna is a really beautiful premier canal front community located only 5 minutes from the heart of downtown San Pedro and 15 minutes from Secret Beach. And you'll get to the property via boat from San Pedro town, or if you're coming from Secret Beach, there is a road that connects. And each of the homes that are built at Aruna really are carefully crafted to make sure each nook and cranny is properly utilized and to make sure that it just ends up being an absolutely beautiful property. It is a really unique destination here on the island. I've been here for 11 years and really enjoy how it offers something different to the community. It's not just that typical condo building that goes up. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of thought, and just a really unique ambiance and vibe that I haven't found in other projects here. So this gives you a little bit more of a highlight as to where we are located. So if you see letter B over here, this is San Pedro town, 5-minute boat ride to get to the property. And then yes, that is a road to the very popular Secret Beach. I know for people who have chosen to own within this community, the location was a really big highlight and attraction for them because you can easily get to town by the community shuttle. There will be an Aruna community shuttle for the owners and for the guests who are staying, or you can get to Secret Beach in 15 minutes, which is a very popular destination here in the country, of course, here on the island more specifically. So hope that helps to just visualize where it's at a little bit, but I want to highlight the master plan because we're going to be talking about the updates in phase 1, 2, and phase 3. So phase 1 is actively under construction right now. Phase 2 is also actively under construction and sold out. And then phase 3 is launched. At this point, there have been a few sales, but I'm going to go through each of these 3 phases individually, show you some pictures, and then give you some updates. This session here really is meant as an update session. If you're new to this project, please do reach out to me. We are going to be hosting in a few weeks another live session that covers the project in its entirety, where we talk about all the amenities. We talk about the specifics of the floor plans and pricing and all of that. And there's just a lot of detail, and I don't want to bog down into it during this construction update. So let me know. We're happy to send that invite over to you if you want to listen to it. I know, like I mentioned, we have some owners who are on the live session here. If you want to send it to any friends and family, I can, of course, send you the link so you can do that too. I know sometimes it's exciting to have family, friends, and people you care about see what it is that you're working on overseas. So right now under construction, we do have the amenities within phase 1 that are in the works. I do have updates that I will be showing you for those amenities that are under construction. And then coming with phase 2 and phase 3 are going to be the additional amenities that you see here highlighted under coming soon. So the drawbridge, which I know isn't necessarily specifically mentioned on there, but you can see the picture, the drawbridge that goes across the canal. Don't worry, you'll be able to have your boat, you'll be able to still fit your boat underneath it, but this is a really unique feature to be able to get between the phases really easily. In addition to that, there will be some yoga space, area for a spa, a concierge. So if you're coming and let's say you want to be in vacation mode and you don't want to have to worry about coordinating anything, they'll be able to do that for you. The outdoor gym will also be integrated, the kiosks where you can have a little business should you choose to do so, the playground, and then the pickleball court. And I just want to thank a couple of our owners who decided to own with us earlier this year, and they mentioned to us their love for pickleball and asked if we could find a way to integrate it in. We have found a perfect location for it, and so we are integrating pickleball in. So if you're not into pickleball yet, or perhaps you're thinking about it, this could be a great place to start. So we are going to be highlighting here first phase 1, and then phase 2 and phase 3, and I'm going to be showing you some pictures of the the pier area and the updates that have been going on. So if you can just follow my cursor, that's this area right over here. This is what I'll be showing you, the pictures of the Akasha Bar and Lounge. And then you go down the boardwalk, you see the fourplex over here, and then we see the rest of the phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So over the last 4 weeks within phase 1 specifically, the lounge space has been furnished. I'm going to go back here. That's on here in the pier. That lounge space has been furnished. The kitchen equipment, which I mentioned last time, which was coming to Belize, has arrived here in the country, is undergoing installation. The rooftop space as well, right there on the pier, that is finishing up. Sails have been added for shade, additional furniture. And then Elvie, who's an incredible muralist here, a local muralist, she added some more murals up there to that rooftop space. I mentioned to you in our last session that we were waiting for some interior design elements to be brought here to the island. Those had just arrived actually this morning. Foundations for the last 4 homes, so follow my cursor, for these last 4 homes have arrived, and construction is going vertical, which I'm really excited about. And then more landscaping and planters have been added, and then the retention wall along the canal has been completed. And so if you can follow my cursor here, the retention wall is going along the canal over here, and then they'll be doing a mangrove restoration project as well. What makes this property so incredibly unique is the location here on the bay. There is a ton of marine life. And when we were out there a couple of days ago, one of the workers came up to us and was like, we just saw 3 5-foot barracudas in the canal, which is awesome. It's nice to see that the marine life is repopulating over there. It is a construction zone and will be for a little bit. So I think once all of that is done, then we will have even more marine life out there. But if you're somebody who wants to just bring your fishing line and throw it into the canal, this R3 home could be a great option for you. But you have that ability to do so right there from the homes, which is just such a really unique element. And so I'm going to show you some pictures too. Within the first phase here, we've added some day beds. So obviously it's not all done yet at this point, but we have added some day beds, and there are more loungers that are being added to the beach area right over there. It was really neat when we were out there recently, when we were on the pier over here, we just looked right over the side and we saw starfish, there's stingrays. So it's a really neat area. Just pop on your mask and you're able to get in the water there and see the marine life. It's pretty cool. I mentioned to you also the progress on that first floor. So on this first floor over here, this is where there's going to be the bar area. So there'll be some bar food. Second floor is going to be the restaurant, and third floor is more of like that lounge. Or in the meantime, if we need some space for a spa until that spa is completed, they can use that upstairs space. But the pool overlooks San Pedro. It's a stunning site. It is considered, I guess I would say, an infinity pool. You look at, you see the water, you see San Pedro. It's really just beautiful. The cushions have been ordered. And then here you can start to see on the top floor, the sail has been added. And then there's another mural there that LV has completed. The one here on the first floor is also completed by her. I mentioned that about a month or 2 ago. And then you can see more outdoor furniture has been put here on site. So it just gives you a new perspective. And I always have people when they're coming over who are just so amazed by the shipping container pool. I think it's fascinating. I've personally never seen anything like it. You know, we have seen the shipping container construction, like you can see here on this pier, but never a pool. So I thought that was a really cool element. And then I mentioned this a couple of sessions ago, but this is also the outdoor shower. I just love how it was designed. It's a little funky, unique, right? It's not that traditional shower that you see. So just giving you another perspective. This is from under roof. So there will be under roof space out there too. This is the mural. This is on the second floor. So this is the restaurant. There's a little deck that overlooks the San Pedro town and overlooks the bayside over there. So this is one of the murals that she completed. There's another on the other side over there. And then this above is that third floor. And then a couple sessions ago, I was talking to you about how cool the bar area was. And I realized I didn't actually have a picture of the bar in the restaurant space. So it's just a really cool, funky design. Here, it's the live edge wood that you'll see, and then also just the local hardwoods that's been added to the side. And I just haven't seen anything like that before. So I wanted to highlight that a little bit more here, but getting that restaurant space finished up is obviously going to be coming along smoothly too. And then also in phase 1, more landscaping was added. You know, the goal and the vision with this project is to really have where the sea meets the jungle. So incorporating more greenery, and it also adds a really beautiful contrast to the white structures. right? So you can see on the bottom left there, the green grass, they're adding more grass. And now also the planters that have been added along the walls of the homes. And then this top right picture is the back of house area. So where housekeeping will have washer, dryer, a lot of that stuff that we don't necessarily think about when we're thinking about rentals or we're thinking about operations, but obviously it's very important to have. So putting more planters there. And then I don't have a specific picture of it. If anyone wants to see it, I'm happy to send you one when I get one. But the seawall that's been added, also the retention wall along the canal, which is where they'll be doing some more, propagating some more mangroves in front of it. So really neat to see that. And then also over the last month, as we did get more shipments in for interior design, and then there's that last batch that came in today, we're able to see a little bit more of the elements of the interior of the room. So you can see it's a very serene, calming feel. And that was really the goal when you get to this property. It's close to town, right? You're 5 minutes, but you feel like you're in a totally different location when you come here because you're out of the hustle bustle of San Pedro. You can be there quickly, go up to Secret Beach quickly if you want, but by the time you get home, you get back to your room, you just want to be able to relax. And so I think that the interior designer really captured that well with the additions that she brought into the home. In addition to that, TVs were not originally planned for this property, but it was a pretty controversial topic. So we have decided to add TVs within the phase one that is part of the home. All of this comes fully furnished. This is R3 specifically. This home comes fully furnished. And so we have added the TVs to the other phases as well, but it just gives people, if they want a TV, I know some people need some light to fall asleep to, or some noise to fall asleep to, or if you're traveling with a child, or you just like to put the TV on, that will be there. So again, you can see nice elements added, and this is the studio model, specifically R3. And then just pulling it back a bit, this is a studio model from the canal, with the canal there in the background, so you can see the water. You can see even the bay right over here in this area, and you can also see the ample outdoor space. So you do have enough seating for 4 people around the table, and then you also have lounge chairs to really be able to take in the serenity and enjoy the space. And this is, if you need a little bit more of a visual of what we were just looking at, here is the interior. So interior is about 350 square feet, but where you get a lot of space is that exterior, as we were just seeing right over here at about 450 square feet. This is living in Belize. In Belize, we live outdoors. And so it adds that element to the tropics and being able to spend time in the outdoor space. This model is going for $239,900. It is fully furnished, as you saw in the pictures, going for $239,900 plus the closing costs. And then here in this area, we did like a combo between a closet duplex. So it's like an armoire more than anything right over here. And then a little kitchenette just to give people some more space to be able to hang up their belongings and whatnot. And then a nice sized bathroom as well. So just again, putting everything together, here is the TCAL model R3 that's available for ownership right now. And it is the only model, the only anything available on the canal right now in phase one that is ready to go. So if you're somebody who's thinking about owning a property, want to get into the rental market sooner rather than later, you don't necessarily want to wait for construction of another property. This is it. This is an ideal unit for you. And then there's also one more unit that's on the garden side. This is a duplex going for $329,900. Personally, I think this is one of the best units on the property that is available right now, because it's like, I say it's like the two for the price of one. I have not found any other duplex on this island going for $329,900 with furniture included. That is brand new, right? So there's just so many things about this layout here, about this specific model that I really enjoy. But I think my favorite part of all of it is that the rooftop space that is part of this one here is just spectacular. So you have 360-degree views, you have sunrise views, you have sunset views, and there's no obstruction. I'm going to go back to this site map. Let me go this way. There's no obstruction between, sorry guys, I'm going to go back to phase one. There's no obstruction between you and the homes that are in front of you, because these homes that are in front of you overlooking the canal are only 1 story. So once you get to R11 here specifically, now you have the view right over the homes in front of you, and you also have bay views. So this is a real winner of a property. I would highly recommend someone get in touch if you are interested in this, or if you know anyone who's interested in this. But this one is under construction, not yet completed at this point, but it is moving along quite quickly. And there is short-term financing available from the developer if you are interested. All right, I know I wasn't going to go too much into the models and the details. This is really just an update about what's been going on construction-wise. So feel free to reach out to us if you would like more information about the specific opportunities and what you can do to this one. All right, phase 2. So phase 2 at this point is officially sold out and construction is vertical. I know over the last couple of months, I've been telling you that construction is going vertical at some point. It's going vertical, it's going vertical. It has. We're really excited. We have the construction team here on site. The contractors are out there working very diligently to get these home models up. What I want to mention is that with phase 2, phase 3, and then actually also those remaining 4 homes within phase 1 that are under construction right now. So the remaining 4 homes within phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, all of the construction for this is a prefab steel cut construction. So I think of it like Legos. It's in the factory for 2-3 months getting cut. Takes about a month to get here to the island, and then once it's here on the island, then it can get erected within a month or 2. Really, really quick construction. So for the first few months, you don't really see anything. You're like, I don't know, I haven't seen any workers out there, but you really don't need the workers on site until the steel gets here to the property, and the steel has arrived here to the property. And this is where I mentioned that we are going vertical at this point. So over the next month to 2 months, we'll see the rest of the homes get constructed here, which is just awesome. And this is my favorite part of working with developments, is that you can see as the properties get started and constructed, and then of course you see them finished. But this is a really exciting time. And so you can see here, I just wanted to add this picture in because you can see that it's a steel construction versus the neighboring homes, which are the wood construction. All right, and then let's jump to phase 3. I know we typically keep these about 20 minutes, so I'm nearing that 20-minute mark, and I don't want to go over too much, but I do want to highlight phase 3 because this has officially been launched. There are a couple of details that we're waiting on for the fourplexes, including the prices. And so I don't have those for you right now, but I do want to mention the phase 3 location, which is going to be directly across the canal from phase 1. There have been sales already that are happening within these larger homes. These are the 2 and the 3 bedroom models. And then this, where you see this gray block, this could be another 2 or 3 bedroom, depending on demand. But you'll see here, these smaller homes represent the tiny home models, the Kokora or the Itzamana. So if there's a demand for more Kokora Itzamana, we have the flexibility to add some more here. Otherwise, if there's more of a demand for a 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom, you're able to do that over here too. And something, well, I'll mention it when we get to that part. So mentioned this last month, but the land is filled over the last couple of weeks. It's also been graded, so it's flat. So we're able to go out there. If you're in town and want to see it, more than welcome to, but I did have a picture in our last session. Sales have started for this. So previously we mentioned that it was a pre-launch, it was coming soon, but we have officially launched. If you have received at any point a copy of the brochure, we send out the link. And so you can always just refresh the link, and that will have the most recent information in it. So it doesn't matter if you received the link 6 months ago, refresh it on your browser and you'll be able to see everything in the latest and greatest. Amenities sitemap has been finalized or is being finalized. So this is where I mentioned you'll be able to see the exact layout of where the kiosks are going to be, where that pickleball court will be. Construction is starting by the end of this year. So the estimated timeline for completion of the phase 3 is 12 to 16 months after the construction starts. I do want to highlight some of the pros and then also the cons of pre-construction is that you can do a lot more customization when you are owning something pre-construction. And we already have owners right now, C15 specifically, they wanted to change around their 3-bedroom model a little bit, put the kitchen upstairs so it has a little bit more of a view. E1, he wanted to have more outdoor space. He wanted to put a little fire pit in. And so we were able to do those changes for him because they are coming in prior to the construction starting. And so the con is that you have to wait a little bit, right? We're not starting until the end of this year. However, it gives you the opportunity to really make sure that you're getting what you wanted. So there would be change orders. We work with you specifically on those change orders, but something I thought that was really unique that you can consider doing too, if you're looking at the larger 2 or the 3-bedroom model, is you can have the living space on the first floor, living space in the 1-bedroom and the kitchen on the first floor. And then on the second floor, you're able to add a bedroom. And so this was unique because the upstairs bedroom can be considered a lockout. So you have a duplex option there. But again, really just depends on what you're looking for and budgets and everything along those lines to see if that's something that you'd want to do. But the con is that you'll have to wait a little bit of time to use it. So it is pre-construction. I'll have to tell you, I've worked with many developers. There are always delays in construction, whether it's materials that you're waiting for, construction crews you're waiting for. So I did my best here to add some fudge time there to the estimated timeline to completion once the construction starts. But because it is the prefab steel cut construction, it can really happen quite quickly. But again, we know that there's always delays and want to make sure that we're factoring those in. So the fourplex, let me go back here so you can see what I'm talking about. The fourplexes that you can see that are highlighted here, we have been working with the architect to finish off renderings and also to finish off the floor plans. And these will be unique in the sense where they'll be studio and one bedroom models. And you can own a studio, you can own a one bedroom, or you can own them together for a true two bedroom. So it just helps people who are, you're looking at different numbers, right? Looking at different options. Because right now I've got to tell you that this summer season here was extremely busy here in real estate. Inventory is slim right now on Ambergris Caye. And I think these are just coming in at such an awesome time where you're able to get the pre-construction brand new for an affordable price. But we'll have pricing over, I'd say in the next couple of weeks. If anybody wants more information about them beforehand, feel free to let me know. I can always send over floor plans. I just don't have pricing yet, so please be patient there. But I think these will be a really unique concept. So we've designed them to have them still fit in with the Aruna concept, that clean, comfortable, but modern interior, modern Tulumi interior, if that makes sense. So you will be able to see that represented in the plans. And then we are continuing with the other four models that we had in phase two, the two tiny home models, it's Amana and the Kokora, the Tula and the Udara. Now note that these prices are only valid until November 1st, 2023. There may be an extension, there may not be an extension. I don't know. That really depends on the developer. I know a lot of times people listen to these sessions maybe afterwards, but I do want to mention the pricing here is valid at this point until November 1st. So if you are interested in these models that you see here, we have the floor plans, obviously we have the pricing, square footage, everything for these four models. We don't have the fourplex models that I mentioned earlier, but we can get you all of these details, and then you can choose where it is on the site map that you want to be and go from there. So it's Amana. These are starting at $220, and these are, I'd say, one of the most compact and efficient tiny homes that I've seen on the market. And it's really neat because you have the full kitchen. Obviously, you have the bedroom, you have the bathroom, and then you have the outdoor space as well. And you have this cool, funky look to the property. The Kokora, which is a larger tiny home, going for $271. The Tula, this is the 2-bedroom model. And all of the 2 and the 3-bedroom models come with a lap pool. So you can see that represented here. Whereas if you want this pool here for Tamana, it's extra. I know I'm getting into the nitty-gritty details. Sorry. We're going to save that for the session that we have coming up on the 12th, it is. But the Kokora, the Tulis is the 2-bed, 2-bath. This is about $530. And then if you're looking for something a little bit larger, the 3-bedroom, and this is the model I mentioned that we've had folks who have looked to put 2 bedrooms on the first floor with the kitchen and living space. I didn't have a rendering there. And then on the 3rd floor is where they're going to be adding like a lock-off studio or lock-off 1-bedroom where they're able to have a duplex type of concept. So this is brand new, going for $600,000 with the lap pool, and they also come with basic solar here in phase 3 for these 4 models. So that is something to consider as well. Again, try not to get into the nitty-gritty details, but it's really exciting. So I want to share a lot of this with you. As mentioned, I'm going to do that full project overview webinar on Thursday, October 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we are doing the pre-registration prior. So I know we have a bunch of people who are on this live now. We'll be sending out a link to register. If you're listening to this on YouTube, email us so we can get you that link to register. And then from there, you'll be able to join us live and hear all the details. Otherwise, we're going to continue with our monthly update session on October 27th. So we like to do it on the last Friday of the month, October 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern time, which will be 12 p.m. Belize time. And if you're not able to make it down in the next couple of weeks or months, I highly recommend doing a virtual tour with us. Our team is more than happy to get on Zoom with you and to walk you through the project, show you the latest of what's going on. And this is a great way for you to get in prior to the spot that you're looking at getting sold out. Like I mentioned, the summer months were really busy here with investors, and we had some investors who were a little frustrated with us because by the time they got down here, the property that they were eyeing was sold. And that's the reality of real estate, right? You either move forward or you don't, and if you don't, then someone else is likely looking at that property. So it has been moving quickly here. And with this project specifically, with the momentum that we're getting now, the construction that's happening, the progress, significant progress that we're seeing, I do feel that it'll move fairly quickly too here with the Aruna project. But I would love to hear from you, even if you've already been here before and you're interested in just choosing your options. Reach out to us, info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com. Again, my name is Rachel Jensen, and I really look forward to hearing from everyone. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, evening, morning, depending on what time you're listening to this. Bye now.